And talk
Good.
about the deleterious impact that you've seen where when we hear that FOMU, we go back and double down on the FOMO and it just blows things up.
Yeah. So think about it like this. At a certain point, your buyer has some desire and some intent to purchase, and often they might have even come to that conclusion on their own before they've even met with you, right? They know this is a need. They've selected a certain number of potential providers, and now they're talking to you. But at some point, they've kind of come to that conclusion. At that point, though, fear of messing up starts to really amp up because now they're into the diligence phase. They're testing out all your promises made. They're starting to get overwhelmed with the number of options and all these things. And so what happens is if we go back to the well, actually, let me rephrase. What happens for the seller is that any sort of hesitation that happens at that point, any sort of backtracking, any sort of black holing or what have you, they interpret that hesitation as a problem with persuasion, right? The assumption is, well, they must not want it enough. They're
Right.
saying they want it, but they must not, because if they did really want it, they'd be showing up to these calls or they'd be advocating on our behalf and what have you. And so what they do then is they go back to the well and they try to relitigate that case for, don't you know how bad you need us, or how painful is this situation? And for the buyer, what that feels like is you're taking an already fearful customer and you're throwing more fear on top of it. And so from a data perspective, yeah, it ends up backfiring. It makes it more likely that they retrench and do nothing at all.